there, it's Melinda with Boss Mare Shearing in the U-Haul again. I'm gonna stop saying that I'm done with fall shearing because every time I do, I end up getting another client. So fall shearing's still going strong. Yesterday I did a small flock of commercially used, like 4-H clubby lamb ewes. They're all going to lamb the end of this month, beginning of next month, so they needed shorn off and cleaned up. And then today, I met this little dude. Look at how cute he is. This is Troubadour. This is a little alpaca cria. I didn't shear any today, so I'm not stuffy and I'm not itchy, which leads me to believe that maybe my alpaca allergy is in fact a dander allergy. Or maybe just a wool allergy, because if I touch alpaca stuff, I get a little itchy. Like, I tried to tie a little piece around my wrist to see, like, is it the dirt or... And I did get a red mark from where I had that string of alpaca mix yarn. So, I'm still kind of allergic to them, but maybe it's the dander in the fleece, not necessarily them as a whole. So I figured that out this weekend. So the fun stuff starts today. The barn, thank you, Dwayne. Thank you. And my dad, Sean. And my kids and their friend, Elijah. We finally got the barn cleaned. There's still one more pen, but that's not a have to do right now. That's just going to be the sick pen, so I can clean that out whenever. But the barn, the whole big bank barn is clean. And I am headed from trimming alpaca toenails back up to the farm so we can build the breeding pens. My plans are to have everything sorted and ready so Tuesday I can wake up, bring all the sheep in, and start sorting them into the groups that I need for breeding. This year we have 5 groups. We're gonna have, I'm gonna do a meet the sheep later, like when I'm sorting them out, but we've got a flock of Jacobs that are all gonna get bred to Magic Mike, and he's a very handsome boy. I'll put a picture of him. Actually, I'm gonna go to the barn and let you meet all of them. So Magic Mike's gonna get all the Jacob girls. And then Millard is going to get all the Cheviots and half of the crossbred ewes that we have. Cypress is going to get the other half of those crossbred ewes just because I want to see if the red color is dominant or not. I have a theory, but I want to test my genetic theory. So he's going to get like 6 or 7 more girls. And then we'll have 2 groups of Shetland because some of them are related to Armor, so I can't breed those back to Armor. And then we have a new little dude that we haven't picked a name out for. I should probably text Amy that. The little dude is black and white. He's very handsome. He's very fluffy. His fleece is fantastic, but I don't think he has a name yet, or I don't know his name. So, but once I get pens and stuff set up, I'll tromp over to the ram barn and let everybody meet the rams. I also need to put the ram marking harnesses on the rams. So a lot of people see sheep out in the field and they'll see blue marks or red marks or green marks all over their butt and their back. So as a producer or a shepherdess, we're gonna run with shepherdess. I have 80 some ewes, I think, maybe 90 something. I don't remember. There's a lot of ewes that are going to get bred, and I'd like to know who I need to watch for and when. So we put these marker harnesses on the rams, and there's a little bracket that sits like kind of on their brisket, so in between their front legs, and we put a wax-based crayon on there. And what that does is when they jump up on the ewe and service the ewe, it leaves a mark. So the first ones are all going to be blue. So everybody that has a blue mark on their back or their butt, I will know the rams have attempted to make friends with. And then in 17 days, because a ewe's heat cycle is 17 days, I'll switch out the crayons from blue to red. And then everybody that has a red mark, I know got bred that second round. Or if there was a blue mark that now has a red mark on top of it, I know she didn't settle with the first round of breeding. And then if nobody has a mark on their back, I know that that's somebody that is not cycling, and we either need to look further into it or she's got to hit the road. So that'll just help me. And I have a very nice app. Maybe I'll do a screen share of the app because it's really cool. What I've done is I have sent every single sheep that is at Ross Farms through the chute system. Everybody has an ear tag now. I've put all of their ear tags into this app, and then we've taken them out and sorted them off by themselves and taken a picture of them. So if they lose their ear tag, I can figure out who actually is who. So I can also put in there, like, when I come to check on the sheep, if somebody has a new blue mark, I can put in the app that she was bred on this day and that I need to look at such and such date that she should lamb. So that's going to be very handy dandy for me. Dwayne thought it was hysterical when I opened up a box and there was a whole bunch of strappy things, and he goes, "Why did you buy a whole bunch of strap-ons?" Firstly, I didn't buy them. Amy bought them for me to put on the rams. And they're not strap-ons. Please don't ever call them that again. But this is the chaos I deal with. So, he was just being a boy. So that is on the agenda for today. Is I am almost to the farm, and I'm going to help Dwayne put together some panels and such so I can sort out the sheep and make sure there's a hay feeder and water in every pen, and that there's no sharp objects in the pen, like, wire or anything, so sheep don't get injured. And Tuesday the boys go in. So in 5 months and a couple days from now, we will have hopefully the first set of lammies. So actually we're gonna have lammies before that, because my girls are due. The California Red girls should have all been bred. Should have. Nobody seems very interested in the ram that they can get close to and sniff through the fence. So they all should be settled. They're gonna go back in with Cypress just in case, to make sure everybody's covered. But so we're finally rounding the corner of playing catch up in the barn. So hooray! And then maybe I'll get to rest for a weekend. We all know that's a lie, right? We all know that is one hell of a lie. I never sit down and do anything. So I wish I could say that I had finished objects from knitting, but I don't. I actually found a Post-it app for my phone, so on my home screen I can change the Post-it, and it literally just says knit in real big letters, and that's not gonna happen. I crossed it out and I put sharpen blades because I'm out of blades for shearing, and I have one more farm to do next week. So that'll probably be a Monday night project, is washing blades and sharpening them all so I'm ready to go again. But it's a wonderful, typical fall day here in Western Pennsylvania. It's cold, it's 50 degrees, and it's raining. But we're gonna get stuff done today. And I'm gonna take you guys along with me, and you'll get to see the chaos of everything. And Tuesday's video might be a little late because I'm gonna try and show you guys the chaos of sorting out sheep too, because I try really hard not to cuss and yell at the sheep, because it doesn't really help anything. But every so often there's 2 sheep that like to push my buttons as far as possible. One of them is a black Shetland named Black Betty that I really hope she doesn't breed so I can chuck her out to the auction. But she'll probably breed, and she'll probably have 2 fantastic lambs, and I will be forced to keep her. But it is what it is. We'll find our middle ground somewhere, me and Betty. We'll figure it out. So I am getting off the highway now. off the glide exit to the farm. And I am going to go over here and really hope that my perfectionist husband isn't having a meltdown because stuff isn't square and everything. And I'm really trying to teach him that farm life is just making it work. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's fine. Yes, I used baler twine to fix that pen. It's called MacGyvering. I can fix anything with baler twine and duct tape. Anything and everything. Including myself. So enjoy the chaos of the videos coming up, and I will see you guys next week. Okay, I'm going to introduce everybody to our breeding groups this year. This is Millard. What are you doing, handsome? This is our Cheviot Ram. He is out of Scottish import genetics. And you can see he's already got his fancy little harness on, so I can tell who all he's got. And then this big group of Cheviots and Texel crosses and a couple weird things, including Miss Ella here, are all going to be his girlfriend for the next 34 days. So I'm going to turn him loose and go get the next ram. Our next handsome gentleman and bachelor is Magic Mike. He's a 4-horn Jacob. So he's got 2 going up and 2 big ones going down. You can see he's got his little marquee harness on too. And I'm going to take him over to his ladies and then show you all his ladies. So these are all of Mike's girls. All these wonderful Jacobs. There's even a really pretty lilac in there. There's actually a couple lilac in there. But he's going to be a happy boy for a couple weeks. Okay, and now we have our Shetland guys. This little dude right here is Ghostface Killa. Look at how cute he is. He's a little spicy little dude. And we have my favorite. This is Shining Armor. Hi, Bubba. Yeah. Oh, you're such a good boy. Look at his fancy beard. Look at this. You're so handsome. Yeah, you're so handsome. Okay, now we can see the marking harness. There's a blue crayon here, so here shortly we should see a whole bunch of blue butts, huh? If you're doing your job, you'll see blue butts, huh? Alright, so we're going to do an experiment with the Shetlands this time. So all of these dark colored Shetlands are going to get Ghostface Killa for the first 17 days. And Armor is getting all of these light colored Shetland girls. Well, that's not a girl, that's Slippy, he doesn't count. But they're going to get all these, and then when it's time to switch the crayons, I'm going to flip-flop them and see what weirdness we get from flip-flopping the colors. So I have one more ram to bring down, and then I'm done for the night. And Mike and Millard are angry with each other. Lovely. Alright. And this handsome boy is my Cypress. Hi, handsome. What are you doing, crazy? Yeah? You ready to go meet your new ladies? Yeah? What are you doing, handsome? Look at how cute you are. Alright, I'll show you his ladies here in 1 second.